Okay, we are live. Sorry about that, everyone. But now I'll put the new link on the Discord. So this is a new live stream. We're live on YouTube, and we have Elwood on the Discord. So if anyone else wants to join the Discord, feel free. And then we could talk about whatever. Just put the link in. Share, copy. No link. Okay. All right. Hello again, Jason Smith. Hopefully you can hear me. Just please confirm on the YouTube. How much are you making on dividends? It's around 2K, Jason, but it's also options premium as well. So I combine the two. I'm moving a little more towards options premium income more so than dividends, though. So Elwood, how did you get involved with YieldMax and dividend investing?
Well, I've always been kind of a traditional dividend investor. You know, I was buying heavy into SDHD and realty income and stuff, and always trying to make those numbers go up. You know, every time you buy a share, you see 25 cents for estimated dividends. So, I heard about YieldMax through SoCal Stevo, one of Kramer's guys, and started watching some of his videos and looking into it because I heard it like Tesla before, and everybody always just shit on Tesla. They lost so much money, all the reverse splits, and all that. But I was like, I got in some of them Discords and kind of seen some testimonials from some people, and I was like, fuck it, dude, I'm 25. Let's get in here and see if we can make it happen. Because I also come from, owning a little bit of rental property, and I sold out on that, and I kind of missed that cash flow. So I was like, what can I do to kind of get some of that back? So I restructured my portfolio. I sold some Apple. I put about 20K into it, diversified around YieldMax, but I wasn't a very smart shopper. I kind of just said, fuck it, and just bought at the highs, just to get the money coming in. And, my first month, I think I made 1,300. And this month I'll probably make like 1,100.
Damn.
A little disappointed with this month, but we got creamed, on the market. So
yeah, it was a little rough, but again, we still got paid. Not the yield, not the amounts we were expecting, but it's still pretty good. But yeah,
it just looked like they didn't sell a lot this month. They didn't make a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
So, and I love your breakdowns, man, because you break everything down like that, and it kind of gives me a clearer picture of stuff. Like I said, I'm new to this verse, so it's it's a game changer.
Yeah, when I heard about it too, everyone, you just see all negative stuff, and you automatically think negative, right? When it's such a high return. So I kind of just, I had to break it down myself, and then I was like, all right, let me just talk about it on YouTube, and everyone enjoyed it, right? And then it started with Tesla in the beginning, and then forget it, and then just they keep adding on and on. But it was the only way that I could really understand how these funds work, is to break down every single little trade. And it just it became, I guess, an addiction for me and others, apparently. Because there's
this shit's like crack, man. This is like crack for sure.
Yeah, it's like you have to see what they're doing every day, and and it is helpful. Now they have so many funds, it's hard to keep track of any, but I guess at least as long as you understand how the funds work, things like that, it'll give you a little comfort level.
I think you just got to pick your core group of funds. Big companies like everybody, you got the hand, the Army and stuff, and all those guys. That's not a bad strategy. There's so many different strategies you can come up with for this. There's, I would say 85% of these funds I'm never going to touch. but more power to everybody else who wants to.
Oh yeah. That's the problem with YieldMax, unfortunately, is sometimes they'll add all these funds, and you don't necessarily want them, but if you own YieldMax, you're going to get it anyway. So, which I still own YieldMax. I don't know if you own YieldMax, but it's
I've got like 20 shares of, just to kind of keep track of it and see what's going on. I'm not really, it's not one of my core funds, honestly.
Yeah, it's like they keep, well, I saw they just added Babo for Alibaba. I do kind of like that one, but that one has lower volatility, so it may lower the overall yield on YieldMax, but it may make it more stable, right? So there's good and there's bad. Obviously, at first they were so crypto heavy, so anytime crypto would go down or up, YieldMax would move with it. So it's still a good fund though. YMAG is obviously another alternative too, but
I'm pretty heavy on Misty right now. I love that fund.
Yeah,
it's higher, and when Bitcoin shoots back up, which is going to, I mean, it's just a matter of time. Misty is going to explode, I think. So
yeah, Misty is
that's kind of my main focal point right now.
See, Misty, it has something that the others don't, and that's the underlying IV is always high, right? It's always within the range of, I'll say, 80 to 100%, and that allows, based on their prospectus, it allows YieldMax to go pretty far out of the money. I know this week was a different story, but normally they go enough, pretty far out of the money that they're able to capture a lot of the upside if there is any. So that's why Misty's price, and one time it touched 40. I think maybe it had 42. I'm not sure, but which is crazy, for a fund like this. But it really, it's been
double your money right there.
Yeah, it's been pretty strong. So it came back down, obviously, but that's one I don't really worry as much. Will it ever capture the upside? Of that one it can. The others it really can't, because they have to go so like 2 to 5% out of the money, and meanwhile, like Tesla, for example, Tesla could jump 10% one week, and we're sitting there capturing 2% upside. It's like, God damn, but that's just how it is. Let me just answer the voice, the YouTube chat. So Jason was asking, why are you leaning more towards options? So Jason, I mean, I did options, I'll say way back when, and then I kind of took a break because I was being stupid and losing money. But YieldMax kind of got me back into it, so I started inching my way back, and I do options because it's fun, and the more fun I'm having, the more money I'm making, the more money I want to put towards it, versus at first I had YieldMax or Defiance or all these fund managers doing the work for me, but in time I'm going to pull more of that money and I'm going to do the work, in a safe manner, hopefully. So, but I do like doing options. It's fun for me, so that's why I'm going to do more. I'm leaning more toward my own options. Do you trade options, Elwood?
I don't yet. I've got some friends that do, and I've kind of been wanting to learn a little bit from them. They're just kind of now starting to dabble in it. But right now, I'm just letting YieldMax do it for me. I mean, the thing with YieldMax is, especially with your breakdown plan, it's good because, you're studying the game, really is what you're doing. So you can kind of learn how to do it on your own. I just haven't taken that jump yet, or, figured out a stock that I really want to sell options on. So I mean, it'll come in due time, but it's not something that I'm trying to jump into right this minute.
Yeah,
I'm honestly right now on XTT and the other one, QDTs, but I've got like 50 shares of that, and watching that thing work, man. I mean, if it can stay around, I think it'll help people buy. I mean, it help 50 shares of that, a share of NVIDIA every week, a share of Amazon every week. And if you're working on a limited income, kind of like I am, that's kind of the way you got to play it.
Yeah. Yeah, QDTE, the Roundhill funds are really, really impressive lately. Maybe I'll pull them up actually real quick. I know someone was asking me to cover them the other day.
Yeah, I'd love to see you cover them, man. Like, just do a full-on in-depth, because there's really nothing on YouTube that's recent that somebody has went in that's really dove into the fund.
Yeah,
I've been looking. I'm gonna drive to work. That's what I do. Drive home. That's what I do.
yeah.
I don't catch in the morning. I catch in the afternoon. I catch Kramer. I catch all them guys, man. But yeah, no, I think it's a great fund. It's making me some money. It's gonna pay itself back pretty quick.
Yeah, QDTE, their latest distribution was 51 cents, which is a 63% yield, which is
insane.
Yeah, insane. However, the total return is not that impressive at the moment. It's only 1.44%. That's taking consideration. This is from launch price, though. Take consideration capital depreciation plus distribution. So I know it's still early, but they have had, at one point they were up 6.82% total return 1 week. But obviously there was a recent dip, but still, the week prior they did yield 69%, which was also crazy. XDTE, their latest payment was 41 cents, 41% yield, pretty good, and their total return is 4.13%. So again,
they're kind of as all the other funds, right? As long as the underlying, the NASDAQ or the S&P is doing good, they're going to do good, right?
Yeah. These are, I don't know, we'll say quote unquote safer, right? Because they track the index, and they sell calls 0 days to expiration. The thing I like about these is they don't sell into the next day. They close out their positions before the day ends. That means anything like post aftermarket hours and pre-market hours the next day, they can get the appreciation there, right? So that that I like, because you never know. A lot of the news comes out after hours, right? Pre-market hours. So there is that. That's the downside of Defiance, in my opinion. They trade across the day, right? So they sell puts into the following day. But yeah, these funds are becoming more and more popular.
I think on attraction, we're just going to put a lot more money in funds. I think people are kind of starting to figure it out a little bit, see some of the brighter sides.
Yeah,
not so much. Like when I started watching YouTube videos, now I'm sure you've heard of Professor G, right?
Who's that?
Professor G.
Is that the guy with the bow tie?
Shit, he might wear a bow tie every once in a while. I don't know. He's like he used to be a college professor.
Okay. Yeah. No, I heard the name. I think it's the bow tie guy. I don't really listen to the thing with like YouTube. At least this is how I feel. I watch people like, for example, like Financial Jeremy. I don't know if you know what that is, but when his channel was very small, I enjoyed watching him. And then he got so big that, like, I don't know, just the presentation and everything, it's just not the same, right? Some channels, they get so big, it's like, I don't know. It's just how they.
I feel you on that, man. They get too big and then they just start regurgitating bullshit. It's like whatever's trendy at the moment and stuff like that. And it's not real information at that point for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
exactly.
How can I get a guy that's never watched it to watch me else?
And some of their egos are so big at that point. It's like, they just talk a certain way, and they like. I was trying to look up some stuff on this chart reading, like this simple moving average stuff, which I know nothing about, and the attitude of the people who cover it, I just couldn't deal with it. I'm like, I can't watch these people. It's just, I don't know. It's just, it brings out because it brings out the day trading type of channels, and I'm not using it for that, but that's what they strive for, right? They bring in they're trying to attract, the people who want to get rich in a day or week, and so they're obviously have a little more of a cocky mentality. So you plan to retire early?
Man, I'm 25 right now, and I've got about 75 in the market right now. And I'm trying to get to where right now what I'm trying to do is replace my fiance's income so she don't have to work and, you know, she can raise my fuck trophies. So if I can make first, that's kind of my goal, and then we'll see what happens after that. But my plan is to get back into real estate at some point, just because I know I made $50K in 2 years in real estate, and I got lucky. You know, I didn't have to like fix anything or anything like that, but I just know that there's a lot of money there. And where I work in the construction industry, I'd like to get into like residential home building because I know there's a lot of profit margins there. And honestly, a lot of contractors, man, they're terrible. You know, they don't put out quality work. Like I wouldn't recommend anybody buy a new house right now because I guarantee you there's been lots of corners that got cut. Because people are just trying to do it, you know, the cheapest they can do it, make the most money out of it. I'd like to put some respect back into that game.
Yeah. The problem now with real estate is if you're going to borrow, the rates are high. The cost of the houses are crazy. Like it's like unbelievable. I don't even know how people afford it. Like the everyday person can afford like to go out and look at and buy a house. Like even if you have 100,000 down, you just like a $400,000 house is nothing now. It's crazy.
Yeah. So like I live in Kentucky, right? And I bought like an 80s ranch home like 2 months ago for $210,000. And I mean, I know that the inflation, I probably paid extra $15,000 in inflation, but when I was renting prior, my story's crazy, man. I went from a landlord to a renter, or a landlord to a homeowner, back to a renter, back to a homeowner. It's just, but like looking at it, I spent like, you know, for that lease that I was in, I was going to pay $20,000 for that whole year. And I'm like, okay, this $20,000, it's gone. I'm never getting it back. Never going to touch it again. So I was like, I don't care what the house prices are right now. If I'm blessed enough to be able to buy one, I'm going to buy one because at least I'm putting it towards something. You know, even if it depreciates in value half of what I paid for it over the next 5 years, I'm still, you know, making more money buying a house and, you know, squeezing by for that versus trying to rent something. If you can buy a house, buy a house. It don't matter what the market is.
Yeah.
I mean, it just, as long as you can get it at a good price. But interest rates they're all going to change. And we're talking about how interest rates are high right now. Man, historically, they're not at all. I mean, it makes it hard, but they're really not that high.
Yeah.
They're going to come down next year, you know. So when I refinance, I'll probably save $300-400 a month, you know, on interest.
Yeah. And yeah, again, we're saying interest rates are high, but we're basing it on like a 3%, right? But maybe that's never going to happen again, right? Maybe those rates have come and gone because like our parents, for example, they look at the rate now and say, that's not that bad. Like we used to have 20% or something like that. So it's like, you know, sometimes just, you know, they are what they are. But yeah, real estate, I never got involved with it. Well, I never had enough capital to get involved with it. But now at this point, I just feel like the work involved, I don't have the time and that, you know, or the motivation to do all the extra work because it's not passive income really, right? There's things that can happen versus like if you do options or YieldMax, you can get a better return taking a nap on the couch, right? So it's tough. All right, I'm going to go to some of the comments. Thomas McGee said, any thoughts on how SFOL did during the recent volume pop? So I just pulled up the chart. This is the, this is the 6-month chart of SFOL. I know you probably can't see my screen, but it's on for YouTube. So if you look, you know, because SFOL, I don't know if you invest in SFOL, they short the VIX, right? So essentially volume. Looks like on August 5th, this is the volume spike, and then SFOL took a dive, but then essentially the day after, huge recovery and all the way back up almost. So I don't know. SFOL, they yield about a 16% yield, which I know is low nowadays, but they're pretty steady Eddie, pretty consistent. And you know, the volume again, on my screen, I'm showing it's kind of, as long as that's pretty low, then we're good. But then when it spikes, it could take a dip, which obviously is a buying opportunity. Then it goes right back up pretty fast. So do you own SVOL? Elwood, do you own SVOL?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. I haven't really much.
According to few income YouTubers, SVOL managed good. This is from people, some comments. Redfish, I may swap YieldMax for QDTE and XDTE. Adam Dwyer, what's going on? Guess what? I'm retired on dividends for real starting today officially. There you go. All right. I'm putting that comment on the screen. Congratulations, Adam. I am very jealous. You should take my YouTube name because you're retired on dividends. So we'll throw a party for Adam. Right? But we'll all get there soon, right, Elwood?
So Adam, he's coming over from, I recognize him from Kramer's group, man. He's got a cool little story about his car there on for his picture on Discord.
He's got a what?
He's got a cool little story about that car there for his profile picture.
Oh, who does?
Adam.
Oh, Adam. Okay. He has his picture is him and his wife. It looks like maybe his Discord
Adam
picture.
He just left. No, Adam OD, that guy. Yeah. That car. What up, Adam?
Oh, there he is. Hey, Adam, can you hear us? Yeah, some people have trouble. He's unmuted. So some people have trouble sometimes with the Discord and the settings.
You gotta go to the settings and change it to push to talk.
Oh, okay.
Hold it down.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm on the whole app right now. But I'm about to have to hop out and go lay some more of this pipe, or I'll get fired and won't be able to retire on dividends.
Yeah. Adam OD owns a car in his picture and it's been in the game. Can I set up my laptop and join in the chat? Michael, yes. Anybody can join in. We're not going to be on here much longer, though, because we are on lunch break. Some of us still work, so so we got to...
Unfortunately.
Yeah. When I'm retired, I'll be doing this a lot more frequently and hopefully sharing some, fun stuff. My trades, as I do them, things like that.
Yeah, hey man, I love what you're doing, and you're helping out the community a bunch. I'm sure you get a bunch of pats on the back for it and stuff. But what you're doing is God's word, brother. So you just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you, appreciate it. Appreciate you joining. Yeah, keep working hard, and hopefully you can, make enough to afford. What'd you say? Your fiance stop working, right? That was my first goal, and I actually just hit it a few months ago. So my wife stays home with the kids now. It was YouTube income did help for that as well. So, but you'll get there soon. Then,
all right, brother. Have good. I'll be good.
You too. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right. So if anyone is on the Discord chat and wants to chime in, feel free. Just turn off or just unmute your mic and start yapping, and we will listen. Michael, it would take me 10 minutes to get set up. Oh yeah, sorry then. Next time. I know this was unplanned. Hello, honey. What's going on? Yeah, definitely next time, Michael. So yeah, right now I just have Thinkorswim open. I'm just sharing. This is my watch list for swing trading, which mostly, is also my options trading. But what else we got here? Philip Autry, I'm 11 years out of retirement and hoping to drip dividends to have a good cash flow to pay things off before I reach retirement. 11 years out from retirement. Okay. So, yeah, you got plenty of time. Greetings from, I mean, that's an interesting, is that a real name? Thailand? Phuket? I'll call it Phuket. Weird, my mic isn't working yet. It does on Kamar's channel. Yeah, I think it may be like a setting per each Discord channel, which you have to do like push to talk or something. I don't know. But yeah, like Jason Smith said. All right, so I'll pull up. I made a lot of changes recently. I haven't really mentioned it, but I'm dwindling down my holdings, minimizing it to very few, because especially the index ones, I own way too many. I owned basically all the index income funds, and it was just too much. So I decided to eliminate some. Hard P. Okay, Phuket. Wish you could talk more on Kamar lives. I mean, if I could talk more, I'd be on my own lives, right? But yeah, no, I'm on Kamar's on occasion, but I can't. Between work and whenever I'm not working, I'm with the kids, and it's just, you can't really, it's not ideal. Phuket, okay. All right, any questions on the...
Hey, easy money.
Easy money. Who was that? Oh, YieldMax Defiant.
Yeah, we're only using our pseudonyms here, right?
Yeah, guess so. What's going on?
Well, hey, congratulations on getting all that extra money. You can actually concentrate on some things you like to do. You might want to do a video on that. I haven't seen one, but do you have a journey video out, how you got from there to here?
Like YouTube or dividend or everything?
Yeah, everything you could think would be relevant to somebody just starting out, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really done anything like that. I did like a kind of YouTube journey, I think, once I hit like 10K subscribers. But I haven't really talked about my entire investing.
Well, everybody loves how-to videos, especially if you're like changing lingerie while you're doing it.
Yeah, maybe not me, but yeah, I'm sure it helps. But yeah, no, it's a good thought. Obviously, that's a good thumbnail one too, right? But good clickbait video there. So
it's all in the clicks, buddy.
Yeah, apparently. My videos, they say the same thing over and over. So it's probably not helping the algorithms too much, but people come back for them.
Say one last question I'll get out of your hair here, Rod, because I know you're in line. What direction do you think generally the market is going, particularly the NASDAQ?
I mean, I feel like it's just been on a pretty good tear, but I don't. Everyone thinks there's going to be a correction. I never talk about the market like that. I never try to time it, but I feel like going into the election, it's going to do what it's been doing, you know, kind of up and down, and then depending on who wins, you know, certain areas are going to get hurt, but I think tech is going to be fine overall. But again, I'm not the guy to ask that, but obviously I'm long on the market always, right? So that's why I hate those short funds, for example. But people say correction. It happens when it happens, right?
I think that's a good plan, Ron. You might want to look at fiat though, just a little short. Maybe you can be a little short here or there.
Yeah, that one's crazy. I don't think it's doing well yet. They did have a good distribution. I think the prior month they did well, but yeah, those, if I ever do those, it would be in and out, right? I'd buy in at certain points and then get out. I don't know. It's a different way to play. You got to be active on those though.
Well, theoretically, you have more time now, so maybe you could investigate that a little bit more. But that's up to you. I think it's a good plan to be long. It's always a good plan to be long because the index is always good, right?
Well, I definitely don't have more time. I'm still working, but it's my time now as far as the market is options, right? And that's unfortunately the market's only open during work hours, so it is everything's limited, right? I'm going to go through some comments on the YouTube. Jason Smith, do you like living in New Jersey? I mean, I'm still here. Been here my whole life, so it's good. It's just too expensive, but obviously I'm not moving for a reason. So, Red Fish, thinking about trading YieldMax for QDTE. Expat, watch your videos every day. Thank you. All right, let me keep going through, skim through. Did Jay specify when and what exactly they were going to do to retool Ulti? Well, if you look at it, they are already, right? They have QQQ in there and they have Broadcom in there last time I checked. So to me, that's a good start. They're less volatile, but it'll, I think it can keep it a little more stable. Follow FX evolution regarding that market question, YieldMax Defiance. That was for you. So do you know what FX evolution is? YieldMax Defiant? Or Easy Money? I don't know what you go by. Historically, the market will keep trending up. Yep. What direction do you think Ulti's going? I'd love to say up, right? But we'll see. We'll see with a new change. Bought some Ulti today. YieldMax added, yeah, Palantir. Do you consider Palantir stable, though? Philip, love your videos. Thank you, Philip. So just mix up Ulti portfolio. I thought maybe there would be more of a technical change. Well, any type of change. Again, you'd have to look at the perspective. It does allow for a lot of different things, but I'm not sure what type of change you were thinking. I know sometimes some of them you don't see them sell calls on. It's like they're holding them, and some of them they do, but they do own all the underlying. So I think that's staying that way. Met Broadcom. Okay. All right. It is 12:16 and lunch break is almost over. Does anyone else want to talk about anything else? Anyone that's in the Discord or anyone that's on the YouTube chat? Again, this is an unexpected quick live stream, which I'm not really set up or ready for clearly. So next time I'll try to put the video on Discord if I could figure out that setting. If anyone knows how to do that, please let me know in the Discord. I get a 30-minute lunch break, says Jason. I mean, yeah, I get whatever as long as I make it up, right? I don't get paid for my lunch break. Prospectus on Ulti needs to contain something that makes money. Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Again, this is just a quick test out live stream. Nothing crazy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to come join the Discord. The link is on my YouTube channel. Should be updated. And by the way, when you join, if you get a message from Retire on Dividends, it's not me. All right. Please block, report, delete. And none of this is financial advice. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. 9, Jay Shan. I've been on lunch break since April. I guess that means you're retired. Congratulations. But yeah, let me know. I'll try to do more live streams in the future. That's about the only time I could probably do it. But maybe if I let everyone know in advance, it'll be a little more fair. I'm waiting for CPI and PPI before buying. Okay, says Honey. All right, I'm going to drop off. I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you for tuning in. Later.